Hey guys, what's up? Zorant here. Today we're going to be going through the approximate base stats that Vox has put together, as well as my opinion on what could possibly be the best current builds at the moment. Obviously, they probably won't be the most optimal, but I'm trying my best, damn it. Why won't you love me? Anyway, the base stats original graph is going to be down below in the description, as well as a link to Vox's Twitch channel where he used to do a lot of testing on Temtem. I'm sure he'll get back to it in the future when more updates come out. Also, bringing it back to build ideas, I did run it by Lacrim and Jeb, and we discussed some of these as well. So hopefully they are pretty good. And just a heads up before we start, this is alpha, and if you're watching this anytime after June probably, this is all going to be completely outdated, as there will be held items, abilities, and a higher level cap, meaning more moves. So probably all these builds will be useless after that. Oh well, I'm still going to do it. You can't stop me. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one last thing. These stats are all based off of the Tem being level 25. And they are not 100% accurate, they are just approximate. So yeah. Here we go. Let's start. Loali. Alright, so this bug has pretty good stats, honestly. Its lowest being defense, but it actually has the highest special defense out of any Tem with 45. It's third place in speed with 41 and fourth place in special attack with 37, tied with another Tem. I'd say this Tem is more used probably for support, though. It doesn't know that many damage dealing moves at the moment. Maybe in the future it will, but as of right now I'd definitely say it's more of a support Tem. It also is currently the only Tem that knows a move that can replenish stamina, and that move is photosynthesis, and it regenerates 25% of it. Also, it's kind of weird. Its special attack is so high, yet it only knows one special attacking move right now, which is Windblade. So yeah, definitely throw that on there. For the other two slots, I'd think the best choices would be Toxic Spores and Turbo Choreography. For the TV spread, I'd say go 500 HP and 500 defense. Its special defense is already really high, and its defense is really lacking compared to that, so might as well boost that up. And its HP is pretty average, so might as well make it super defensive. Originally, I was thinking to boost speed instead of HP, but I think it is fast enough for what it needs to do already. There's nothing I really need to make sure I get to go first, like having Bamboozle or something on this. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up for Loali. Woo, one down. Alright, now we have Tateru here. And honestly, he's just pretty average. There's not a whole lot special about him. Although it does have the second highest stamina, and it's in 6th place for HP and 6th place for defense. We'll give it a pretty basic move set with 2 physical damaging moves and 2 status moves. And for its TV spread, I'd say go 500 HP because its HP is already pretty decent. And for the last 500, I'd say go attack. Now time for my bird boy, Paharac. Looking at these stats, Paharac doesn't look too good. He has the worst stamina, and the only thing he's top 6 in for any stat is 5th place for speed. But the fact that Paharac knows Hypnosis and Hypoxia definitely makes up for that. Hypoxia is a 25 stamina move, so basically it'll drain all of Paharac's stamina, but it does 140 damage. I'm pretty sure that's one of the highest, if not the highest, amount of damage a move deals, and it has a speed priority of 3. So definitely throw both those moves on Paharac, as well as Windburst and Cheer Up. Definitely go 500 speed since its speed is already its highest, and especially with Hypoxia, with priority of 3, you're probably going to be able to go first most of the time, at least in the current alpha. And since Paharac's special attack isn't too bad, I'd say boost that as well for some extra damage on Hypoxia. Now it's time for everyone's favorite, Unicorn, Pegasus, Dolphin, Wiplump! Okay, so Wiplump has actually really great stats. The only bad thing is, it takes ×4 damage from electric moves. And because of how the alpha is now, definitely everyone will have electric Tems on them. Wiplump has the best special attack with 48, and the second best special defense with 40, and it's pretty fast too, having 5th place speed. What makes Wiplump unique is that it is currently the only Tem that can cause cold to another Tem without using a synergy move. So we'll definitely be throwing Cold Breeze on that moveset, as well as Tsunami, which is the synergy cold move. And that move also targets both the opposing Tems. And on top of that, we'll be throwing on Ice Cubes and Blizzard. For the TV spreads on Wiplump, for sure, I was always going to go 500 special attack. But I'm still unsure on what to do for the other one. Right now, I'm thinking 500 special defense just because the special defense is already so high. But since electric moves do ×4, I feel like maybe Wiplump would have a chance of surviving a hit if you boost special defense up all the way. So that's what I'll be going for, at least for this alpha build. Even if we boost speed for Wiplump, there's no way it's going to be faster than a speed TV trained Ganki using DC Beam. Now it's time for Skunch. Skunch is a very good Tem with the 2nd place attack, 2nd place defense, 4th place speed, and 5th place HP. A unique move to Skunch is Haito Uchi, which does quite a bit of damage and also causes the opponent to sleep for the rest of the turn, causing them to miss their turn. If you can get the attack on them before they attack, that is. Other than that, I'd suggest Fierce Claw, Sand Splatter, and Stone Wall for the remaining moves. And for the TVs, definitely go 500 attack and 500 speed, just because it's already one of the fastest and one of the hardest hitting as it is. Alright, it's Saku time. For Saku's actually a pretty good tank. Saku has the 2nd highest HP, 6th highest defense, and 6th highest special defense. So overall, it's pretty good, I'd say. It knows some unique moves as well. The only thing that sucks though is these moves are both physical attacks, and Saku's physical attack stat is pretty trash. If only these moves were special. Boomerang is a high priority physical move that does 85 damage with a 1-turn hold, and Narcoleptic Hit has a 1-turn hold as well, but it does 140 damage and causes Saku to fall asleep for 2 turns afterwards. For the other moves, I'd say Sharp Leaf, and then for the last one, probably whichever one you feel comfortable with the most, Urushiol or Toxic Spores. For this TV spread, it's probably the most spread out one I've come up with. Just going 250 HP, 250 defense, 250 special defense, and 250 attack, just to get an extra bang for Boomerang, Narcoleptic Hit, and Sharp Leaf, since its attack stat is so bad, yet it learns such good moves. Also forgot to mention this, but Sharp Leaf is currently the only nature damaging move in the game. Alright, for Barnshe, Barnshe's stats are pretty whatever, I guess. It doesn't top in any of the top 6 for any stat. Its highest stat is speed and special attack, though. Well, behind HP, obviously. Barnshe knows some pretty good moves, actually, with Bamboozle and Intimidation, as well as Hypoxia. For the last slot, though, either choice between Peck or Windburst. The only reason I say Peck is because it has 3 priority in case you wanted to knock something out real quick. Although I did end up having a hard time deciding a TV spread for Barnshe, but I'd say probably 500 speed and with 250 special attack, as well as a choice between 250 defense or 250 HP. I'm not sure which one would be best. All I know is its defense is pretty trash. And also, Barnshe takes ×4 damage from electric moves as well. And since electric moves are only special right now, maybe you'd think boosting special defense, but its special defense isn't high enough for that to be worth it, in my opinion. Pretty sure Barnshe will still die to any electric move right now. Okay, now we have Piraniant. Starting off by naming the bad stats, it has the worst special defense, and it's pretty slow. But it does have the 2nd highest HP, 5th highest defense, and 6th highest attack. For its moveset, I decided to go with Jaw Strike, Cheer Up, Head Charge, and Water Blade. And since its defense is so high compared to its special defense, for its TV spread, I decided to go 500 special defense to balance that out, and then it already has high HP, so might as well make it super tanky and go for 500 HP as well. Now we have Saipat. It is actually a really good Tem. The only downside is it has really low special defense, and its defense is on the lower end as well. Oh, and I guess its stamina is pretty low compared to the others too. But it is in first place in HP and first place in attack. It also has 5th place in speed and 6th place in special attack. Normally it'd go attack, but depending I guess on what moves Saipat ends up learning, maybe you could end up wanting to train special attack. There are 2 unique moves to Saipat, being Nicho Sai and Venomous Claw. Venomous Claw is good because it'll be super effective against other water types, and Nicho Sai is just a really powerful move to have. And then the other 2 moves I went with are Held Anger and Rage. And for TVs, since it's already first place in attack and HP, I'm just gonna throw them both in there. Seems good. Here's another good Tem, Ukama. The only downside, I guess, is its defenses for an evolved Tem aren't that good. It has the highest speed with 49, highest stamina with 31, 3rd place special attack, and 6th place in HP. 3 of its moves that I picked for its moveset are all unique to Ukama, and those are Water Cannon, Sharp Rain, and Cooperation. And then the other move I thought to put on was Water Blade. And yeah, I know that's a lot of water moves, but the only other move I think that might be okay, I guess, if you don't want all water moves, is Fin Beat. Since Ukama already has a high speed, if you wanted to replace one with Fin Beat just to have a quick, low damaging move with high priority, that'd be okay. And for TVs, I think this one is one of the most obvious ones. Just go 500 speed and 500 special attack. Woo, it's time for the first electric type on the list. Ganki's stats are pretty average, I'd say. It has one of the lowest HP stats and defense. And the only thing that's really good about it is its special defense. And the fact that it's electric type, since there are so few electric types and so many water and wind types right now. Ganki's unique move is DC Beam, and it's pretty good. It has a priority of 3 and does 35 damage. It's really good against Wiplump and Barnshe, that's for sure. And for the other moves on this list, I went with Chain Lightning, Hypnosis, and Windblade. And for its TVs, I'd say the best bet, at least in the current alpha, is probably 500 speed and 500 special attack. I have a weird feeling that Ganki will end up being a physical attacker when it evolves, just because the TVs it gives off is attack TVs. So I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Here we have the second current electric type, which is also a water type, Nessla. Like Ganki, its HP is really bad, and its defense is a little on the lower end. But, yeah. Other than that, I think it's pretty alright. It has the 4th highest special defense with 38, and the 4th highest attack with 36. In the current alpha, it's the only Tem that you can catch that knows Tesla Prison. Smazee can also learn it, but you can't catch it yet. The other moves I'd go for on Nessla are Water Blade, Strangle, and Chain Lightning. And for its TV spread, probably HP and special defense, both for 500. Next up is Kalabyss. Kalabyss is pretty good. The only bad things, I guess, its special defense is a little on the lower end, especially compared to its normal defense. And it is the slowest Tem in the game. It's in first place for defense with 47, 3rd place in attack with 38, and 4th in HP with 70. There are 2 moves that only Kalabyss can learn, and those moves are Aqua Stone and Toxic Ink. So we'll be throwing those on there, and then also adding Strangle and Humiliating Slap. For its TV spread, I'd say go 500 HP and 500 special defense, just because its special defense is so low compared to its really high physical defense. Alright, now we have Pigepic. Its worst stats being it has pretty low special attack, speed, and stamina, but it does have the 2nd highest defense with 36 and 5th highest special defense with 38. I've decided to build Pigepic as a support, giving it Bamboozle, Stonewall, and Turbo Choreography, with its only damaging move being Wind Burst. For its TV spread, since its HP is kind of on the lower end, I'm going to go 500 HP and then boost up both defenses by 250 as well. Next up we have Oceara. Its stamina is pretty low and its defense is on the lower end as well. But it does have great special attack and speed, both of those being in second place among all the Tems. For Oceara's moveset, we're going to go with Pressure Wash, Tsunami, Kick, and Blizzard. And for the TV spread, I'm going to have it be 500 speed and 500 special attack. Alright, now time to get started with the starters. First up we have the Mental type Houchic. This Tem currently has the lowest HP and one of the lowest attacks. It does currently have the 4th highest special attack though with 37. Its current best moveset in my opinion would be Kick, Hypnosis, Beta Burst, and Psi Plus. Maybe some of you are thinking why not Psi Plus Plus, but that's basically exactly the same as Beta Burst, just with a lower stamina cost, and you have to wait to use it. And for TVs, I'd say Speed and Special Attack both for 500 are the best options right now. Next up we have Smazee with the second lowest, and it also has pretty low defense as well, but it does have the 4th highest attack. For Smazee's current moveset, I'd say Sand Splatter, Uppercut, Show Off, and Intimidation would be the best choice. And for the TV spread, 500 speed and 500 attack. Alright, now time for the starter that I chose, Crystle. It has pretty low speed, special attack, special defense, and stamina, but it does have the 4th highest defense with 35. And it is currently the only Crystal type Tem you can catch right now, so that makes it pretty good too. For its moveset, I'd say go Stone Wall, Head Ram, Crystal Dust, and Crystal Spikes. And for its TV spread, personally I'm going 500 HP and 500 special defense right now. Just the 500 special defense to balance it with his regular defense. But it would probably be worth it also to power up special attack instead of HP as well. I don't know, it depends on how you want to build it. Alright, finally we're at the end here with Tuwai. And Tuwai's special defense and defense are pretty lacking. But other than that, it seems pretty okay. Its speed is kind of low as well, actually. It doesn't have any high enough stats to be in the top 6 though. For its moveset, I went with Peck, Feather Gatling, Multiple Pecks, and Humiliating Slap. And I honestly was not sure what to go with on the TV spread. So, I think the one that would make the most sense would probably be 500 HP and 500 attack though, at least right now. Because Tuwai knows a lot of powerful physical attacking moves. Alright guys, that about wraps it up for all the current Tems that you would probably use in battle. If you have any thoughts or any opinions on better builds than what I came up with, which I'm sure you came up with better ones. But yeah, comment below, and I'll be checking those out. Also, I do a lot of Temtem videos on YouTube, and I stream quite a bit of Temtem on Twitch, so if you want to check out my other stuff. Anyway guys, thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Goodbye.